morning. It's Vlogmas day 7, I think. I'm right in saying that. And it's Thursday, bin day, dustbin day. The excitement in my life just never stops, honestly. I've just been doing my makeup. I'm having a slightly later than usual start this morning due to a slightly later than normal night last night. We had a really nice evening. Let's go to the kitchen while I talk to you, shall we? We ended up going out, had a couple of drinks in the Orsino lounge, which is not as exciting as it sounds, but it's nicer than Wetherspoons. Wetherspoons desperately needs a refurb. So, and then I think I filmed a bit. We were off to Meat 59, which is newly opened. It's a small chain, specialises in burgers and fries, but it's nice. It's a sort of upmarket burger place, if you like. It's all sustainable, local producers, that sort of thing. And it's really nice that it's opened in our town because it's replaced a bloody awful tapas bar that's been there for years and really didn't deserve to have the business it did get. And yeah, we had a really nice meal, and as we arrived, some friends arrived as well, so we ended up sharing a table with them, another couple, sort of fairly new friends actually. They're sort of my Friday night drinking friends. I think I mentioned in one of the Facebook groups, the reselling Facebook groups, that this year I've really missed having colleagues and people that I work with, and I've struggled more. This is my 4th year full-time reselling now, and I have struggled more this year with the isolation aspect of it, and meeting these people has really helped. We go out on Friday nights, not every week, but it's just Friday night drinks after work, and sometimes it turns into a longer evening. We go for a curry or out for food, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just go for after work drinks, but it's a real nice end to the working week. They all have corporate jobs, these friends, there's a few of them, and it's just nice to get out and feel like I'm with people who are celebrating the end of the working week. Does any of that make sense at all? I don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, yeah, so we ended up having dinner with them, which was nice, and then we went to Wetherspoons, had a couple more drinks, and then we came home, and it was about 11:30 by the time we came home. And I didn't sleep that well last night. I think I woke up about 4 o'clock, and I haven't really been back to sleep again. Of course, drinking alcohol is not good for sleep patterns, is it? So I've probably got myself to blame for that one. But didn't feel the best when I woke up this morning, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm thinking poached eggs on toast for breakfast. Quite fancy that, so I think I'm going to do that. And then I need to get stuck into editing yesterday's video. And once that's done, think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I'm just sorting through my big box of Empties, and I thought it would be fun to talk about a few of the good things with you. This thing was blimmin' brilliant. It was those sort of wet soggy booties that you have to put your feet in for a couple of hours. Wasn't easy not moving for 2 hours, let me tell you. And that about 5 days later, I think it was, the skin starts peeling off your feet and you end up with really lovely soft feet. I will link this below. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to get another one soon because I really, really liked it. You can get them in Superdrug, and I think someone said you could get a similar thing in Tesco, although I haven't seen one. I did have a look and I didn't see one in my Tesco, but I will link this one anyway. Going, this was lovely, the Body Shop Virgin Mojito body sorbet. Are we focusing there? Are we focusing, camera? Come along now. That was really nice. I enjoyed that. This was the Aldi. Oh, the Aldi acid pads, glycolic pads. They were rubbish. Not anywhere near as good as the Nip and Fab ones at all. I won't buy those again. Definitely not good quality from Aldi there. It's a massive tub here of my favourite Emma Hardy Moringa cleansing balm. Love, love, love this stuff. So, so good. My favourite cleanser ever. It's so lovely. It smells gorgeous. Kiehl's, this was nice. This was from my advent calendar last year. It's the hand cream for very dry hands, and it was nice. I don't think I'd pay the full price for it because it is very, very pricey, but yeah, it was a really nice hand cream. That very good for dry hands. What else? This is nice. Soap and Glory Speed Plump Miracle Moisture Mask. I think I've got another one of those in my mask box. Clinique Pep Start, that was a day cream. Couldn't recommend that. It was a really mean amount as well. You think you're getting that much, then it's only the little white bit inside that's full. I've mentioned that before in a video, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend that one really. Bobbi Brown Repair Nourishing Milk, really good for getting some moisture into your skin, but expensive. I bought it duty free at the airport when we went to Las Vegas, and it was a beautiful product, but yeah, I think you can get stuff almost as good for considerably less money than that, so that will probably be a one-off. Although, to be honest, if I'm at the airport and I'm feeling like I want to treat myself again, I might just do it. But yeah, probably getting on for 50 quid, I think, in the shops, this product. About 1 o'clock, I think, maybe 1:45. And I've had a productive morning, but I've literally sat in front of the computer all morning getting bits and pieces done. And kind of thinking I would quite like to have some time off this afternoon and maybe try and catch up on some Vlogmas. The trouble is with doing Vlogmas is that you get very little time to watch anybody else's, and I now have 55 videos in my watch later queue, so yeah. It's 2:10. Today's listings are done, today's video is up. Haven't filmed very much footage for Vlogmas 7 yet, but I can deal with that later. I'm pretty sure the stain has come out of this cashmere jumper that I washed yesterday that I'm going to list. And I am going to get into this unmade bed with my laptop for a couple of hours of downtime and catching up on some YouTube. Really can't wait, really looking forward to it. It's about 6:15 now, and I did get into bed and watched a bit of YouTube for about an hour or so, about an hour and a half I think. I dozed off as well, that was very nice. Then I got up, did all my packaging for tomorrow, or apart from two. One Ashley's got to help me with because it's a great big Thunderbirds Tracy Island thing, and yeah, needs a bit more packaging than I'm able to do. And what else have I done? I've just done a whole bunch of relists, and it's now 6:15, and I'm going to sit down, I think, for the evening. I've just got to do a couple more bits downstairs, and yeah, so I thought I would finish off the questions from the Q&A. God, we're going... The camera's slowly turning. Honestly, I can't tell you the amount of time I spend during Vlogmas looking for my camera, because I tend to pick it up, film a bit, and then just put it down wherever I am at the time, and I've just spent about 10 or 15 minutes looking for the damn things. I couldn't remember where I last picked it up. Oh, nightmare. It was under 2 carrier bags that I just emptied. Anyway, first things first. The advent calendar today, this was from, I'm aware that's just shining at you like a big white thing, it's because of the light. This is O-Thermal, I can't speak, it's O-Thermal Aven Hydrating Cream, basically, moisturiser, and it's for dry to very dry sensitive skin. I have got dry skin, particularly in the winter, not sensitive, but that's quite a nice size moisturiser. I'm guessing as it's for sensitive skin, it won't smell of anything. Oh, it's got a little seal on it, so I won't take that off. But yeah, that's another full-size product. This was from the Elle calendar. You really are at an angle now, aren't you? And in the other calendar, oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? The Look Fantastic one was this very, very tiny little bottle of facial oil. It's by Emma Hardy, whose cleansing balm I was talking to you about this morning. Comes with a little tiny dipper. I'm wondering if it smells of moringa like the cleansing balm. Let me just see. Oh yes, it does. Lovely. Not quite as nice a smell as the cleansing balm, but it is nice. Yeah, I like that. Right, both good ones today. Q&A. Let's get through the rest of these questions. And Sazguess asked me, do you tell Ashley what you'd like for Christmas, give him a list to pick from, or leave it up to him and be surprised? A little bit of both. He usually gets me a couple of things that are a surprise, and I usually tell him a selection of things. I email him a list with hyperlinks, you know, to make it easy, web links, so he can order stuff so he has an idea of what I actually want. But he's quite good at presents, actually, not bad at all. Lainey Ray asks, what is your most favourite gift you have received as a child and as an adult? I've already answered the child one in the other day's video, which I will link up here. That was my roller boots. And as an adult, two things as an adult stand out, and the first one you'll laugh at is my Dyson washing machine. Dyson no longer make washing machines. This was about 18 years ago. Ashley bought me a Dyson washing machine, which I'd wanted for ages, for Christmas. They were really expensive at the time, and a lot of people said to him, your wife's going to be livid that you've bought her a washing machine for Christmas, but I was actually really, really pleased. And do you know, touch wood, that Dyson washing machine is still going strong 18 years later. Watch it break down tomorrow now. Right, what was the other thing that Ashley bought me? He put into a Christmas cracker. He made, we had crackers, and he'd taken apart my cracker on the table without me knowing and changed the little plastic gift in it for this ring. I don't know how well you can see that, the one on the top, which is sort of effectively an engagement ring. It's not my original engagement ring, I've talked about that before. But yeah, I'd seen this ring in a jewellery shop when we'd been to Exeter Christmas shopping and admired it, and he went back and bought it and put it into my Christmas cracker for me. So when we pulled our Christmas crackers at the dining room table, I didn't get a key ring or whatever you normally get in your Christmas cracker. I got this ring, which is beautiful, and I still absolutely love it to this day. It's about 10 years ago, I'm thinking, he probably got me that. And what was Lainey's next questions? Another one about traditions, which I think I covered in the other. Do you get new Christmas Eve pyjamas? No, we've never really done this. When William was littler, I sometimes used to get him a new pair of pyjamas for Christmas Eve, but certainly not as a regular thing, and the rest of us don't, so no, that's not something we do. Do you watch the Queen's speech? No, never. I don't think I've ever seen the Queen's speech. As quite a royalist, that's quite unusual, isn't it? But no, we've certainly never watched it, or even watched it later. I think sometimes they put snippets of it on the news, don't they? And sometimes we catch that maybe the next day or something, but certainly we don't watch it as a matter of course. Is there anything you have on your Christmas dinner that you don't really care for but eat a little because it's Christmas? Brussels sprouts. I am not a lover of Brussels sprouts. The only time we ever cook Brussels sprouts is Christmas, and I always eat 2, and that's it. Don't know why I eat them, really. Annie Gunn asks, what do you do with unwanted Christmas presents that you, Ashley, or will receive? Do you sell them on eBay, donate to the charity shop, give them as gifts to someone else, donate as raffle prizes to a funding event? A mixture of all of the above. I always have to be quite careful. To be honest, we don't do lots and lots of gift giving at Christmas. It's only really immediate family. We've cut it down over the years, and we all sort of know each other well enough to know what sort of things we like. Occasionally over the years, my mother-in-law has given me some, excuse me, frog in my throat. Occasionally over the years, my mother-in-law has given me some unusual gifts, let's say, and I always have to be a little bit careful because she is an avid charity shopper, so I'd never give them to the charity shops because I would hate to, it would really hurt her feelings to find something she'd given me back in the charity shop, you know, so or if I do take them to a charity shop, I'll take them to one somewhere else that she doesn't go to, you know, so yeah. Jackie Whale asked me, do you spend extravagantly at Christmas or do you buy throughout the year? When William was younger, I used to buy throughout the year. We used to give gifts to a much wider circle of people then, and to spread the cost, I used to buy throughout the year. But these days, I tend to do it pretty much all in one go. I have been quite extravagant this year. Ashley's birthday is on New Year's Eve, so I have to get so sort of double whammy. And I've spent quite a lot on his Christmas present and quite a lot on his birthday present. But the birthday present I will also benefit from. Let's just put it like that. I will tell you what it is at some point, but I don't want to say it in advance, so I don't know who watches my video. In fact, fun fact, this morning Ashley asked me if he could watch the video that in Bath, the first Vlogmas video, and I'm pretty sure that is the first time he's ever watched one of my videos. I mean, he's seen snippets or heard me editing before, but he's never watched a video through. I think because he was in that one and wanted to watch himself back, maybe. But yeah. So Sib K asks lots of different questions. How has the Christmas you celebrate changed from how you celebrated when you were a child? I'm going to make a video, actually, or it's going to be the subject of a future Vlogmas video about Christmas as a child. So I would say that it hasn't changed enormously. It's probably lower key now than when I was a child, to be honest. But I'll talk more about that in another video. How did you approach the delicate subject of the existence in the man in the red suit? I assume you mean with William. He just seemed to know at some point. I don't remember specifically, but yeah, I think when he got to about 8 or 9, he realised, 8 I guess, he realised that quite clearly it was a myth, more so and not a reality. And do you know, when you no longer believe, you just lose that magic of Christmas, don't you? There's something just so magical about that and that belief. Fun fact here as well, my brother and sister-in-law, their son Sam, Will's cousin, who is 16 now, they have never discussed the existence or not of Father Christmas with him. He's never said to them Father Christmas. I mean, obviously he doesn't believe in Father Christmas anymore, but he has never ever discussed it with them. Interesting. The next question Sib K asked was, what grinds your gears about Christmas, including the time before and after Christmas? The fact that Christmas is, I think I touched on this the other day, it's just so hyped and so built up, and the actual day itself, it always feels a bit like an anticlimax to me now. And the very lengthy lead up to it, I would like there to be no mention of Christmas anywhere at all whatsoever until December, because the fact it starts the day after Halloween, it seems now, and people put their trees up in mid-November, and it just, Christmas goes on for a long time, doesn't it? I'm quite bored with it by the time it arrives. How do you manage to keep finding gifts for the same old people every year, e.g. for Ashley? Ashley's not that difficult to buy for. He has lots of things that he's interested in, not hobbies as well, I suppose, yes, hobbies, and I can generally think of pretty good ideas for Ashley. Quite often for people, especially as my parents and Ashley's mum get older, we buy them doing something together, so perhaps a night away at a hotel, or going out for a nice meal or something like that. I mean, we all have everything we need, don't we? It is difficult to give actual gifts or think of actual presents for people. So I think experiences and spending time with people, particularly as they get older, is a good gift. Hope that answers that question. I feel like that's not really a good answer. How do you aim to pay for the hot tub for Will? This was, I mentioned this I think in a video or on Instagram, I can't remember. I woke up at one morning and Will has an Amazon wish list for his Christmas list that I've got access to, and he'd added to it very late the night before, I think alcohol may have been involved, a 6-person inflatable hot tub. He lives in the smallest bedsit type flat you've ever seen, with no outside space, so I don't know where he would put a hot tub. But I don't think I need to be worrying about paying for that yet, Sim. Annie McLean asked, Marmite Brussels sprouts, yes or no? I don't know what Marmite Brussels sprouts are. Love Marmite, not keen on sprouts, so I'm gonna say no to that. Andy Robinson asks, Mrs M, Ashley has made no secret of his dislike for your candle fetish. He doesn't really mind my candles. He's very good about it, really, but he does think I should stop buying for the moment. If you could name a candle fragrance after your husband, what would it be and why? Oh my goodness, that's put me on the spot. I honestly don't know. I don't think he'd like a candle fragrance named after him. Heavenly Husband. Should we call it that? Heavenly Husband. And it would be jasmine scented. Just pulled that out of the middle of my head. I don't know why. Right, we're on the very last question. Heather the Treasure Pirate asks, question, do you buy Reg and Ron Christmas presents? No, we don't buy them Christmas presents, but they do have a little Christmas dinner. Ron absolutely loves turkey, so he has, and chicken, so he has a bit of turkey with gravy. Reg only really likes cat packet food, so he has some dreamies. And obviously Reg has got his advent calendar, which you've seen. Heather also asked, will Will get his hot tub? No, Heather, definitely not. Will I be buying candles for Christmas? No, I've got enough. Said nobody ever. What's your favourite food at Christmas? All the picky stuff I really like, Heather. It's all the little bits and pieces, and that is the end of all my questions. So yes, that's good. All we've got left to do, I think I'm going to wrap this up for today because I've talked for 15 minutes, although I'll try and cut this down. I do just need to do the charity, so let's go and do the charity and then we will call today a wrap. It's time for today's charity, and I am pulling out today. We have got Arthritis UK, which was suggested by @Leslie-Ann-Cade on Instagram. Quite close to my heart. I have arthritis. I didn't even know there was a charity for it though until Leslie-Ann nominated this one. So let's look them up and see what they do. Okay, I'm assuming that Leslie means Arthritis Research UK because that's the only arthritis charity with UK in its name. So I've looked them up. They've changed their name to Versus Arthritis apparently, or are changing it. And arthritis is a very, very wide term. Just it basically means inflammation of a joint, and there are something like, I think I've just read 200 different not diseases, that's the wrong word, but conditions, musculoskeletal conditions, I think it said. I'm paraphrasing, but you get it. So it's a wide umbrella of conditions, diseases, whatever the word you is, that they are researching into. Their website has a hints and tips and gives lots of ideas of exercises to manage your pain, so it's useful in that way. They also, as a charity, their main thing that they do seems to be funding research, and there's quite a lot of information about the different research that they're currently doing on the website. They also produce a magazine called Arthritis Today, and they've got a helpline as well. I don't know if I've said that already. And they also have an online community and loads and loads of information and sort of self-help stuff you can do. So they've also got a shop on their website as well. So I will do the usual thing with the screenshots and the donation, and I am calling that a day. We will see you tomorrow for more fun and frolics. I might even get my bedroom Christmas tree out tomorrow and decorate it, so that'll be exciting. I'll see you then. Bye.